Okay, well, here we are. It is week 6 since I fired up the Queen Castle. Last week I moved them into a bigger. If you didn't see it, I had 3 out of 4 raised a queen. So this one got the extra frames, and I'll show you how that all worked out. But let's take a peek in here, see what's going on. But see how they're doing. Like I said, this is week 6, so they're doing really good. I'm not feeding for kind of obvious reasons, because the flow is cranking right now and they're building burr comb everywhere. So maybe they needed another box. I'm not sure. So I'm not sure if my other video will make it or not, but found my queen on the lid. So here we are. I'm going to space these a little better once I pull them out, because right now there's some burr comb in there. So let's get in and see. Ooh-wee. Look at the brood. There's my queen right off the bat. Right on that inner frame of the outside. Look how fast she is. Look at her go. So let's take a peek here. I'm slowly running out of equipment, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this second frame off, put it down, put my queen back in. I never hang a queen off the side. All right, so she's in the bottom corner. I'm going to put it right down there, and I'll try to get rid of that burr comb. Wait till you see this. Ooh. Putting pollen in it. All right, come on, get back, get back, get back. Pretty cool looking. Unfortunately, the spacing on these are terrible, so excuse me. So there's my queen. She's on this outer frame. And look at the brood. Look at the brood. I mean, that is truly amazing. They are tearing it up. So they're kind of on the upswing, and she's been laying for what? Say 2 weeks, maybe 3. And kind of, but she's got plenty of room to lay. They're filling that with nectar. This is why I'm not feeding them, so they're not filling every frame. So that's it. These look good. Next week maybe I'll think about another box for these girls, but I want a spacing. I want that right in the middle, so they're not really building burr comb. I gotta pull that feeder off the wall. That's what I gotta do. There we go. All right, so that's that one. So, oh, let me get you girls off here. Oops. So the thing with the Queen Castle is that it has different directions, and I haven't moved the direction of this one yet. So this should be fun. Get in there, little ladies. All right, well, that looks good. I'm gonna just move them a hair. Move you over so you can see. So here's the Queen Castle with the 2. All right. She didn't want to stay. And unfortunately, the entrance is right here. So I wasn't kind of prepared last week. So I didn't have extra frames to give them, but I do today. Whew. Shouldn't be really using that smoke. Ah, this is the one with the screen. Nice. All right, if I had a hive tool, where would it be? Here we are. All right, so I'm just gonna look in the top real quick, and whoa, look at the bees. All right, I don't see. So what I want to do here is I'm gonna get rid of this feeder, because last week I just gave them, everybody got a feeder, and they just got a second box. So I like the feeders on the bottom. So let's see what she's doing up here, and we'll go from there. This is all nectar. This is an actual heavy frame. And I don't have my flashlight again. So let's just peek in here. So one of these, whoa, we got a super seizure cell, ladies. Super seizure cell right here. No, sorry, just a cup. Just a cup. False alarm. You gotta give your girl a chance here. That's all young larvae right there in the middle, so that's doing really well. And there she is. There's my queen. Once again, down in the bottom corner, running around. Nice gold lines. Oop, up and over she goes. Now she's on the bottom. All right, now she's running up the side. All right, well, so we know she's there. Middle frame. And what we'll do here is, yeah, this is all pollen and nectar. And that's all pollen and nectar, so looks like they moved everything up. So what I'll do is we'll slide these two over. And I'll give them frames that I have all drawn out. All right, so that'll go there. This will go there. And just gonna take a peek in the bottom. I know I have a queen, everything's fine. Got whole merged the other day. I know a lot of people were worried, but with just 2 frames of bees and the bees haven't had a queen, I've never had a problem mixing them together. All right, so this is the bottom. I like to keep my feeders on the bottom, because then they'll build up, and then it's a good way to winter that way. So the only problem is the spacing is just off enough that they build these little burr combs sometimes. So anyways, let's dig in here. Got my frame holder. I'm gonna fix the spacing. So everything looks good so far. I saw the queen, I saw tons of eggs. I saw tons of capped brood, look at that. One super seizure cup, but look at the capped brood. They're gonna explode. They're gonna explode for sure. Look at the capped brood. What did I say, week 6? Wow. Yeah, these girls are going to be moving into I'm going to probably move them into a deep box next week then. Because that'll be, oh wow, look at that, yeah. Next week for sure. Look at them go. 6 weeks, Queen Castle. Queen number 2. And that is being drawn and put stuff with pollen. And that's empty. All right, so good. So we got a little bit of space down below. We got some great frames that she's definitely stuffed. Wow, that's awesome. All right, so now I'm just gonna do the spacing better. I had a lot to do last week, so there we are. That's that one. Like I said, I'm not feeding right now. Not feeding this week anyways, just because the flow is so good. All right, so let's move on. All right, so this is my third one, remember? And let me see if I can get that straight. So that's it. Get some wax cappings. Some wax we could do. So here we are. I'm going to give these girls, straighten them out a little bit. So anyways, I haven't been in them since obviously last week, and they're doing phenomenal. So let's see. Whoa, what is that? Just Ant City. Okay. So here we are. This was my other third queen, and gotta make sure I don't find her on the inner cover, which I did a couple videos, a video earlier today. Scared the crap right out of me. Good thing I really looked. But I'm gonna pop the feeder out real quick because it's easier, because they have burr comb everywhere. All right, girls, we got to build up a little bit better here. So these girls, I'm seeing ants running around the bottom of the. All right, so we got larva. There's my queen right there. All right, so this is my queen running on the bottom, right there. She goes. She looks good. Looks really good. All right, so she's not a monster. She's kind of skinny, but she is putting eggs all the way out here. So let me, actually I don't need a, oh, what am I gonna do with the queen? Queen's on this one. So let me just look real quick. She looks good. She looks good. All right, so she's running the bottom. So here we go. Let's see what she's done. Oh, wow. Yeah, she's skinny little thing, but she's kicking some, you know what? Look at the brood. Look at these queens. Unbelievable. So this is, this here, unfortunately, when I did the math on it, or when I looked at who was who, this queen here is the genetics off my 3-year-old queen, and the other two, because I had 2 and 2, the other 2 are off of my best 2018 queen that made it through the winter. So far I only have genetics off of one. Oh, look at that. I only have one split successful. I got one in the works. So they just haven't been building up big enough. And I think it's gonna come to a time where they can't even build out 3 frames. So she's just like puttering along. But anyways, that's what this girl looks like. And I'm impressed. Everybody's done a great job. Don't mind my hands. So that's how it worked out for me. Not too bad. I did, that's 3 out of 4 on the Queen Castle. And so far, I mean, that one looks really good. And then you can see how, what I do when there's a failure with the Queen Castle. So I'm just trying to get the spacing so they don't do that comb anymore. All right, that's it. I'm gonna wrap this up. That's all nice comb. I'm gonna melt. Come on, girls, get off the edge. That is it. So, thank you for watching.